I'm Paul Rugarver with PDR Designs Architecture. Today I am here with Joe McNeill from iTec Consultants. Joe's an IT guy, and Joe, tell us a little bit, what got you started? What's the company story?
Well, I've been in the integrated technology business for about 30 years. I got started when I was in college. One of my good friends was a hobbyist with technology. So in being a roommate of his, that kind of exposed me to a lot of technology. After he graduated, he got into that business, and then when I graduated, I joined him.
Okay, very good. And what type of jobs do you typically work on, and what's your forte? What's your sweet spot?
Well, I would say that we work on all different types of projects. If you were to look at our brochure or our website, that shows a lot of the larger new construction projects. But I would say that we do jobs as simple as installing a Wi-Fi network for somebody, to hanging a flat panel TV, to fixing somebody's system, all the way up to designing a system before the foundation goes in, through a new construction project that could last 4 years. So we're very broad in terms of the types of projects that we do. Primarily, our goal is to act as a solutions provider to our trade partners, like you, the architect or the designer, so that when their clients are about to take on a project, they can be educated as to what technologies are available today, what they cost, how those technologies can be integrated into the construction or design process, so that at the end of the day, the client gets what they envision. You know, typically they come to you or the designer with a picture of a real nice looking room, and this is what I want, but nobody understands the process of how you get from design into completion. So
Okay.
We'll be involved in all different types of projects.
Okay, and so you'll do anything from we're installing a TV and they want a surround sound system to the integration of lighting controls, HVAC controls if they want to get that complex. What other types of services are there in that?
So typically, the services that we offer are, we do consulting. So if you have a client that's about to embark on a new construction project, and we've worked on a couple of large ones where we've collaborated on a consultative basis, we talk with the client about how to pre-wire the house to support the type of technology they want to do. So we start off with what type of wiring, backbone wiring, do we need to incorporate into this new structure so that the client can get the type of systems they want. And what types of systems are those? Primarily networks. Today, one of the most sought after things that our clients want is robust Wi-Fi. They said, if my kids don't have good Wi-Fi, we're going to have a problem. Or if my husband's home working and he loses Wi-Fi, that's a major problem. So today I would tell you that more often than a TV going out or a stereo zone not working, if the Wi-Fi goes out, then it's panic attack. So we get involved with designing robust Wi-Fi networks, certainly calling out with you and the designer where the client wants to have TVs in the house, or surround sound systems, or dedicated movie theaters, to multi-purpose media rooms. I have a client right now that's doing a media room with 3 85-inch TVs and a drop-down screen that comes down in front of all those. Additionally, we will do telephone intercom systems, we'll do camera systems, and then we do what's called subsystems integration, which is giving the client the ability to talk to other systems in the house through our control systems, of which there's many options available. So we can integrate to things like motorized gates, driveway sensors, pool and spa, heating and cooling control, and things like that.
Okay, so what is the process from when a client comes in until the end of it, when they first contact you? What kind of decisions do they need to make? What kind of things do you go over with them? How do you help them select what components they want or should have? Just walk me through that process a little bit.
And typically, our process is we want to make it super simple and non-salesy, so to speak, more so educational, so that when we meet with your client or any client that a trade partner refers to us, it's a very informative and non-pressurized environment. Let's talk about, these are the types of systems you can incorporate. How does that resonate with you? Do you want that in your house? Yes, if you do. Let's talk about the budgets then for that. Mm-hmm. So we start off at a very broad overview of what type of systems do they want, educate them on what those systems look like and how they operate. And then once we get that information, we can actually start putting all those devices onto their plans, which I think is something we do a lot different than other people. Is we invest a lot of upfront time to help the person get educated before we've even close to making a sale.
Right. So you help them pick out those systems that they want, whether it's lighting control, HVAC, media rooms, that, and then after they have kind of those components that, yes, we like these things, then you're going to get into the more detail of this is the type of specific components we can do with each, this is the size TVs, this is all the different things you can integrate, right?
Exactly, because like specifying windows or slate roofs or shingles for a house, there's many options when it comes to technology.
All right, so Joe, what's the reason for your success for all these years? What kind of differentiates you from other companies?
I think what differentiates us is we've managed to put together a team of guys that have been in the industry a long time, who are very passionate and very good at what they do, and understand that we're a service business. We're not a retailer, a big box seller. We're somebody that caters to the type of clients you and I work with, to make sure that the process from design through after they've been in the house a couple of years is very smooth, that they're happy to refer us to their friends because we've done a very good job for them.
And everyone has a favorite client story. What's that one thing that kind of stands out in your mind? I remember that client. What's one of those for you?
He was very interested in creating a very unique room. He wanted a multi-purpose sports room that would enable him to watch many games simultaneously. And the other AV integrators that he spoke with wanted to do a front projection technology, which really wouldn't work well in this room because it was flooded with windows and ambient light. So we came up with a professional video wall system, which was thinking out of the box because it was the first one in the country ever done in a residence. And we incorporated this into his house, and at the end of the day, he was blown away with what we did for him, all the value that I had talked about early on in the process of how we operate, met his expectations, exceeded them.
Very good. Joe, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. If people want to get in touch with you, what's the best way? Phone call, email, what do you recommend?
I would recommend that they go to our website, which is www.itecconsultants.com, or you can reach out to me on my cell phone, which is 732-710-9086.
All right, very good. Joe, thanks for
Excellent.
your time.
Thank you, Paul.